introduction into my town's art community looked like this: a chicken suit. It was my oldest son's first Halloween and my first time volunteering for the local art museum's Halloween festival. Here was my chance to finally meet people in my community who were artists. Artists who believed in their ideas and who were not afraid to put themselves out there. So I threw on my pink feather boa, knowing that all mama hens should accessorize, and I arrived at 7 a.m., ready to work, ready to make connections, to impress people, and to meet that really cool artist who would be a friend for a lifetime. Now, right before I start anything new, I feel that impending judgment of meeting new people. So right before I walked inside, I thought, what if they don't like me? And what if they don't like my chicken suit? I know what you might be thinking. How could anyone not like a chicken suit? It was Halloween, for goodness sake. Well, as anyone who has ever dressed up for a costume party that turns out not to be a costume party knows, I may as well come to prom in my underwear. No one was dressed up. Everyone was nice enough. I smiled, I shook hands, I worked hard, but it was a bust. I didn't need that new Dear Artist rag, and I didn't exactly impress the director of the museum, and I didn't exactly land my dream job, and I felt, frankly, like an idiot. I left just as I came, a girl in a chicken suit. Now, if there is one thing I know in my heart, it is this: I am an artist. I have been one since the first time I picked up a pencil. I knew who I was, and I knew what I liked, but what is my place as an artist? And what is my place in this community? I went home and I asked myself one simple question: what should I do to start a career? Answers came in a jumble, and with them decisions, and I decided that I couldn't wait for the answers to find me. I had to go out there and create them, or failing at that, create them. Let's see, go back. If they didn't find me, I had to create them. I started out traditional, and I landed a couple of great job interviews, but none were in my community, and I found that my current experience to be just, short of outstanding. I continued to volunteer, which helped build my experience and meet new people, and it was then I had an idea that changed my life. Why not create the art scene and the career I had been searching for? My first challenge was space. I wanted it to stand out and be unique, and this was quickly solved by the purchase of an old city bus. My dear friend Carrie and I turned her into a mobile art gallery. We fondly called her Babs, otherwise known as a Bluebird art bus, and we spent hours dreaming of painting her floors with glitter and drive-by art shows. But our dreams quickly led to more challenges. What do you mean her 400,000 plus mileage engine won't start? Followed by, tires cost how much? And then, of course, came the reality that our beautiful summer black and white photography show was now occupying a giant metal oven with no air conditioning. A bus in the sun is no place for fine art. But despite her shortcomings, Babs became the catalyst to something bigger. Connections started to happen like magic. I asked the owner of an old grain building if I could park the bus on his lot. He offered me use of the building if I took down the existing haunted house. So here I was, exactly 2 years after my Halloween as a chicken, ready to conquer the local art scene. And it began simply by turning on the lights. How wonderful, I thought. The artist in me was swooning over the rustic walls and high ceilings. Our dreams had moved from a 15-year-old bus to a 110-year-old building that can best be described as something straight out of a Scooby-Doo episode. Saying that, my resume now reads effective sweeper of raccoon droppings and able to karate chop dark corners, in case of ghosts or something. But remember, most importantly, my resume starts. Let me start that over again. Most importantly, though, because remember, I started out as a chicken with no job. My resume now reads the proud owner of my own business. Studio Bluebird is the artistic marketing power behind some of Northern Colorado's most innovative art events. Artists have come from all over the country to participate. We have featured 70-foot hand-blown glass installations and over 3 miles of monofilament strung between beams. Our first show at the Loveland Feeding Green drew over 1,000 people, and we continue to pull in similar crowds. It wasn't easy. In fact, more than once, things got so seemingly impossible I considered giving up. But every time I was ready to throw in the towel, an artist would come to me with a great idea, or a sponsor would say the magic word, yes. I still cringe just a little when I think about myself in that chicken suit. But guess what? That you, dear artist friend I was hoping to meet, I now know more artists than I ever imagined, and many of them are not just dear friends, but friends that will show up and lend a helping hand. They come as dreamers and accountants and philanthropists. They come as poets and politicians, in short, artists. And that dream job I was so desperately trying to land, I landed it. I drove up to it on an old bus. And the mama hen in me is now anything but a chicken. Thank you.